So guys, Bitcoin made a new all-time high today, 93,000. Right now, altcoins are on the verge of ripping super hard. There's a few specific indicators that I want to talk about. Bitcoin dominance, the total 3 chart, as well as a few different perspectives on where we're going in this crypto market, when we're going to be seeing altcoins rip, and how right now is the time to be looking into altcoins, especially if you haven't taken advantage. Right now is a really good time to be looking at the markets, looking at top performing sectors, and exactly double down so that you can make those crazy gains. Overall though, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey since 2023, showing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on the macro events, as well as specific indicators that are going to tell you when we're going to be seeing that huge rally for altcoins, and you could be seeing a huge X in your portfolio. But overall guys, let's go ahead and jump into it. So guys, like how I said, Bitcoin is currently trading at around 90,000, but earlier today we hit around that 93,000 mark, making a new all-time high. Justin Bennett has been talking about this, how pretty much with the perp well long versus retail, pretty much unwind that's been taking place ever since the whole Bitcoin rally. We saw it at around the 68,000 region, but you know, specific trends here, you know, we're not reading too much into it just because of what's currently going on in the markets. But overall, you can see that, you know, there has been a slight squeeze, and that's why we've been dancing around that 90,000 mark. But overall guys, one of the main charts we've been talking about is the total 3, total 2 chart, as well as the others chart. That is pretty much going to let us know when the liquidity for altcoins is going to start to rally. Right now we're retesting a specific zone. We got rejected based off of those highs that we saw back in March, whenever we saw multiple altcoins see all-time highs. Overall though, there's one specific indicator that I want to put in front of y'all's face that is going to be, you know, one of the main things that's going to highlight when altcoins are going to start to get the liquidity that they need. And that indicator, guys, we talked about it on this YouTube channel, is the Bitcoin dominance chart. Now guys, everyone has different perspectives on, you know, what exactly you know, the Bitcoin dominance chart is going to be at before we start to break down and everything shifts over to altcoins. If you aren't aware, you know, once we have Bitcoin dominance, then we need to see ETH outperform Bitcoin, and then once we see ETH flip Bitcoin and that dominance start to break down for Bitcoin, we start to see it shift into altcoins, and then that's when alt season starts to begin. But this is one of the main signals everyone is talking about. Miles Dutcher talks about it. He says that the #1 signal for altcoin season is a breakdown of Bitcoin dominance. Study 2021, dominance had a final push up before breaking support. Dominance is now in a similar expansionary phase. Before it breaks down, this is still only the warm up. So based off of 2021, guys, as you can see with those red arrows, we started to see a gradual increase and then a breakdown. And that's kind of what's currently going on. If you look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, we are testing a huge zone right now, you know, and we ripped up really crazy after deviating really hard when we started to see altcoins get a great pump not too long ago, about a few days ago, about a week ago. But overall right now, you know, this is what you have to really be keeping in mind. And Miles Dutcher's talking about how, you know, we saw the gradual increase and then we started to see the breakdown, and as a result, altcoins started to see exactly the liquidity that they needed. Benjamin Cohen also talks about this. He's talking about how he wants to be careful talking about this stuff, especially Bitcoin dominance getting closer to his guess whenever everything is going to start breaking down, which is 2 months in his guess, which would be in January. Or at the end of December as well. But he says, but in the meantime, I'm starting to wonder what 62% Bitcoin dominance will feel like. And he goes on to talk about how alt season is when Bitcoin dominance aggressively goes down. Bitcoin season is when Bitcoin dominance slowly goes down. Bitcoin dominance has been going up for years, which is why it was better to be in Bitcoin than most alts, which that's really true. If you were in Bitcoin, guys, as opposed to altcoins, you would have been making some decent X's, and a lot of alts have retraced based off of their March highs that they saw. He goes on to say, clearly I'm not talking about your alts, just everyone else's alts. So, you know, some of us have altcoins that performed really well, especially if you're focused on the AI and meme sector, which I'm gonna make a whole video for newbies talking about exactly, if you're just getting started, where you should be focusing on. But overall right now, he's kind of giving the perspective how Bitcoin has been outperforming altcoins, and you know, once alt season is going to begin, guys, once Bitcoin dominance goes aggressively down. He goes on to talk about another chart, which is really, really awesome, which is the others chart, and the fact that, you know, we actually are seeing a very, very huge low in the market. He says, imagine people think that they missed out on alt season when others / Bitcoin just put in a new cycle low, the lowest it has been since 2021. So guys, the others Bitcoin chart is pretty much going to show you all other coins other than the top 10, and you know, this gives you a strong, broad perspective as to how the altcoin market is performing right now. As he said, we have seen a lowest point ever since 2021, which was whenever we saw a huge rally and then the huge dump after, you know, the huge Bitcoin cycle in 2021. But right now he's pretty much saying how alt season hasn't passed you. I've been seeing a lot of people, you know, worried about how if they're already too late, if you can still be buying altcoins, what you should be looking at. And at the end of the day, guys, you still have time. You have time to still look at specific altcoins that have potential, especially a few coins that haven't been pumping as aggressively as others. But right now, until we see that Bitcoin dominance start to break down, and as Benjamin Cohen says, he has his prediction saying it's going to be in 2 months. That's his guess based off of, you know, specific catalyst events, you know, on top of that liquidity coming into the market. But overall, this is where you have to kind of decide your own perspective and keep up with other people that are talking about this to really determine when we're going to be seeing that. But, you know, the others chart is going to be something super, super big. On top of that, the total 3 chart right now, you know, like I said, we faced that rejection of those points that we saw back in March, which was the all-time highs for altcoins. But overall, until we start to see that Bitcoin dominance break down and we can start to see a breakout from this specific region and reclaim, we aren't going to be seeing altcoins get that rally. But that is super bullish, guys, just because, like how he says, at the end of the day, you know, you didn't miss out. People think that they have missed out on this altcoin season, and really it's just getting started. So this is where I implore you to start doing your research. Right now, guys, coins like Pepe and Doge are ripping up like crazy, and it's just because of, you know, specific listings that we have been seeing with what's it called, Robinhood, Coinbase, and a few others. So those CEX listings are for sure gonna start getting more liquidity going into the market. On top of that, the Coinbase app, I believe, is now 3rd on the App Store, or 2nd, which is really, really crazy, seeing as that it was like 15 or 7th like not too long ago. But yeah, or 90th, I believe. But right now, guys, overall, these meme coins are really popping off. If you look at my portfolio, if I made a recent video talking about AI coins, guys, if you're new to the channel, and overall, if you jumped into Conduct when I told you, you'd be up 54%. If you jumped into Destra, you'd be up 91%. If you jumped into Hash, you'd be up 120%. If you jumped into Palm AI, you would be 104% up. Guys, I've been sharing specific gems on this YouTube channel. At the end of the day, this is not financial advice by any means, but right now in this 2024 crypto bull cycle, meme coins and AI coins are outperforming all other sectors. And if you're gravitating towards the top performing coins in those sectors that saw those new all-time highs back in March and are actually building proper utility and, you know, actual growth, real partnerships, real communities, and have, you know, some potential with the marketing and everything else that they're doing, guys, you're gonna be well off. Like how I said, I already shared specific coins that I'm invested in. Every coin that you're seeing on this chart right now, I am personally invested in. So at the end of the day, I don't talk about anything that I'm not invested in, just because I do the research around these coins. I put my name on them, and at the end of the day, I like to be completely transparent with y'all. But this is the time, guys, to really lock in and determine, you know, what altcoins you want to be investing in, because if you're looking at the right coins, you'd already be up 120%, 54%, 91%, 104%, 36%, all these different gains, guys, and it's really, really crucial to keep up with this. Overall, though, I'm gonna go ahead and run through exactly everything we discussed so you have a quick synopsis of what is going on. Overall, like I said, Bitcoin is currently trading at around that 90,000 region. Justin Bennett has been talking about how, you know, this has been the biggest unwind of perp, well, longs versus as retail since the Bitcoin rally began at that 68,000 zone. The trend matters here, so he's not reading too much into it. But overall, right now, we are seeing that squeeze around the 90K zone. So that's currently what's going on with Bitcoin. But the main point of this YouTube video is to talk about altcoins and the fact that there's specific indicators you need to be focused on. The total 3 chart is one specific chart that we are really looking at, pointing to the fact that we reclaimed a specific zone back in March when we saw all-time highs for altcoins. And until we start to see, you know, a pump out of this zone, more likely we're not going to be seeing a rip for altcoins. One of the main indicators that points to the fact that altcoins are going to get the liquidity that they need is when Bitcoin dominance starts to break down. Miles Dutcher starts to talk about it. He says, study the 2021 cycle, and whenever we started to see that break down, and whenever altcoins started to see the liquidity that they needed to shift up. Benjamin Cohen gives his own perspective on Bitcoin dominance. He actually has been giving some good predictions and, you know, being straight on the dot. But overall, his guess on this is about 2 months away whenever we start to see, you know, dominance start to peak out and we start to see it break down. Overall, he gives his perspective on how altcoins, guys, the alt season still hasn't even began. The others chart put in a new cycle low, just showing and pointing to the fact that altcoins still haven't seen the liquidity that they need to see, and you could be exposing yourself to some crazy gains. Right now, meme coins are really popping off just based off of some specific narratives that are really, you know, around these meme coins, as well as CEX listings that are currently taking place. But guys, if you look at my portfolio right now, guys, AI coins are popping off significantly. Condux, Destra, Hash AI, and Palm AI, guys, these are all AI. Condux is a little bit mixed with AI and gaming. And then Brett, that's a meme coin. Pepe, that's a meme coin. Gala, that's a gaming coin. Overall, though, these coins are exploding significantly for the 7-day chart. Like I said, I made a YouTube video talking about the AI coins that I would have invested in. And if you invested in those, guys, I'm applauding you because you are up significantly right now. But overall, that is currently what's taking place. You need to lock in. You need to be keeping up with specific indicators because they are really going to point to the fact that we are going to see a shift in liquidity from Bitcoin into altcoins. I'm going to be keeping you guys updated on the day-to-day events and specific indicators that you need to focus on. Like how I said, I like to make quick, concise videos, giving you exactly what you need, throwing out all the filler, putting together all the different perspectives in the market so that you can have an understanding of what's going on and capitalize on these markets. Overall, if you're new to my channel, go and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey since 2023, showing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on the markets, as well as specific indicators you need to focus on so that you can be profitable and know exactly what's happening in this crypto market. Right now, guys, it's a big time. Alt season is about to begin. Generational wealth is about to start. And overall, a lot of selling is about to begin as well. And you really need to know your exit strategy. I made a recent video talking about my exit strategy, so go check out that video. Other than that, though, that's currently what's taking place. If you're new to my channel, drop me a comment, like, subscribe. I really do appreciate all the support you guys are showing me on this YouTube channel. Also, go follow me on X. I'm trying to get monetized on my X account as well as this YouTube channel. We're getting closer on this YouTube channel, guys. I've been busting my butt trying to get this done, but overall, that's currently what it's taking. You know, keeping up with the price action around Bitcoin, the day-to-day action, specific indicators, and just learning exactly how we can be profitable by understanding what is taking place. But other than that, guys, any questions, suggestions on comment, drop it down below. Like how I said, I'm gonna make another video later on in the week for anybody that's new to the channel that wants to know how they can get started, because altcoins still haven't seen the rally that they need to see. But guys, I'll keep you guys updated. Drop me a comment, like, subscribe. I appreciate all the support you guys show me. And hopefully I see you guys tomorrow. I drop daily content every day, so stay tuned. Peace.